Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a couple of weeks since my last video. I do apologize. It's been a busy time. But I'm back and I'm boating at Vault 88 and I found the perfect location that I want to turn into a little holiday or vacation getaway. So if you scrap these walls, then it opens up an entire labyrinth of cave structures or hallways. I don't know what you call it, but you know what I'm trying to say. So it makes a perfect location to make like a underground oasis. And if you haven't seen previous videos about me boating at Vault 88, I decided not to build a vault, but to, I don't know, build like a underground settlement. Oh, you have to scrap these uranium radioactive stuff, otherwise your people will get radioactive poisoning or whatever you call it. So yes, it's an underground settlement. I'm not building a vault. Oh, while scouting this area, I know that creatures spawn here, so let me just clear out the area first. There we go, I think that's everyone. So now we can continue with the video. So the cave you can extend by removing that wall and this wall over here, but there's more monsters and some robot bastard that wants to kill me, so I'm gonna leave that. This is enough space to do what I want. I just wish I could get rid of those monsters, those dead bodies, but I'll leave it there. I don't have time to go look for another mod to scrap all the insect bodies, but I'll put some water over it because that's the idea. Oh, if you haven't figured it out from the thumbnail yet and the title, I'm gonna build an underground oasis, like a little spa area where the settlers can come to unwind. I mean, everything doesn't have to be doom and gloom in the wasteland. They can have some fun, and this is gonna be the perfect area for them to come and unwind. And I know you're thinking probably like, you know what, how are you gonna put in water here? So stick around for that. I surprised myself. I actually had to go Google how to put water down, but it's easier than it sounds. Okay, this video took me about three weekends to try and figure out how I want to do this area because it's a set piece. My vault area, I don't know why I keep calling it Vault 88, but the area that's known as Vault 88, which I'm building up as an underground settlement. Each area it's a set piece. I've got my farming community, I've got my little neighborhood, and I've got a central business district area where all the businesses are. And then I've got this area which I'm gonna turn into, maybe I should add some cabins. Then it will be a bona fide getaway area where people can go and, you know, get away from the what the fuck am I saying? The wasteland. My god, I'm mixing up this game with other games. I want to lower this down a little bit more into the ground, but clearly it's not gonna work, so fuck it. I'll think of something else. I wanted to make like a little, I don't know, stairway or stepway down into the pool area, but it looks cool. Like I said, it took me a couple of weekends to figure out what I wanted to do with this area. It's not because I didn't know what I wanted to do, it's just I couldn't figure out how I'm going to do it. But I eventually figured it out. I found I found a glitching tool. I think it's Quappa. I'll show you later on in the video, but it made stuff so much easier because it doesn't have any collision limitations like with the pillar or the rug glitch. So it's basically, it allows you to place stuff, well, basically anywhere. To be honest, I actually wish I found that glitching tool much earlier, but I only found it when I was doing research on how to put water down, and it's making my life so much easier. There we go, this area looks exactly like I want it, so let's just hope my game doesn't crash and I lose my... The game crashed, but it wasn't due to any mods or anything. We had a power outage and yeah, so now I'm building it from scratch again. But luckily I remembered what I wanted to look like, and now it's giving me a chance to add some lights. Can you imagine what this pool area will look like with some lights in? Even though I removed all the uranium from the walls, I do see that I'm getting some reds. I'm not sure if it's due to the mod that I'm using, but I've figured out that if I go from one settlement to the other, then I can then the rats disappear because I don't know, it's just weird. But yeah, this area looks cool. Just to show you what I mean, I'm just leaving the area. Then you can see, even though I leave this area, where there's no uranium or rads. I still have rads, but if I go to another area and then come back, then the rads, you see, I'm almost dead because of the rads. I think it's a glitch or something. I don't know if it's because of the Quappa glitch tool that I'm using, but if I go out of the vault and come back, then the rads disappear. So I think it's some kind of glitch.
Radiation, damn. That's trouble we don't need.
I couldn't agree more, old Longfellow, so that's why I'm doing this. Going in and out of Vault 88, and old Longfellow's just coming along for the ride. He's definitely obsessed with me. So we're back in the vault, and oh, I see this a lot now. A lot of my NPCs just falling over and just look like they're about to die. I don't know if it's the Quappa glitch tool, but I read in forums that if they do that, then it's a mod that's clashing with their movements or movement path or something. Anyway, so this, I had to build this because to put down the water, you have to be at least 5 stories high. This is why it took me about 3 weekends to build this set piece, because I couldn't figure out how the hell I'm going to put on the water. And I had to go Google it. So if you can see, the boat option is not lit up. So you have to have the entire thing in your line of sight, and then get the sweet spot where it turns green so you can actually build it. It does happen, it does take a while before it turns green, but if you get the sweet spot, then you can actually build it. And trust me, I've tried building it on the ground, it doesn't work. You have to be at least 5 stories up. And I fell down and died several times while doing a test run for this video. And this is also where the Quappa glitching tool comes in, because you have to select the water, and you cannot do it with a pillar, and you cannot select the water without anything. You cannot select it on its own. You have to attach it to the Quappa pillar, and then you can move the water as if it's the pillar. I'm just trying to find where the water is. Don't know what all these mats are. I didn't have such a hard time of it while doing my test run for this video. Oh, there we go. So now the water is attached to the post, and you can move it as if it's the post, and you can place it down without any restrictions. Let me just run down. This video is already by 7 minutes, and I still have a lot of stuff to show you, but this is the most important, so let's get it out of the way. So now you can place the water down. Just want to align it that it's just underneath the wooden part of the floors. There we go. And then you can detach the post and your water. Look at that. Underwater lights. That looks so cool. I just have to add some more water to the area, and everything else that I want to do here, I'm going to use the Quappa glitch. It's going to be basically repetition, so I'll see you in a tour.
Let's take a tour of the shit I built.
Let's get on with the show and give you a tour of the set piece that took me about 3 weekends to build. I just need to go into first person for the tour. I like giving my tours in first person. So this is the entrance way. As you can see, we've got some prices. You've got a day pass, and you can even rent a cabin for the night. It sleeps 2. And as you can see, the price per night is quite reasonable. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Oasis. The underground getaway for people that want to get away from the wasteland and all its troubles. So this is the reception area. We've got a little waiting area with some portraits of the seaside to give you the illusion that you're actually, getting away from the wasteland. I think it's quite on point, because holiday resorts usually have posters and portraits up of, the holiday area. And if you've paid your day pass or for the cabin, then you can come into the Oasis. The first things you're going to see are our 2 cabins. We only have 2 cabins, and I didn't decorate on the inside because that's not what this video is about. And as you can see, I used the Quappa glitch to put on some tiki roofs onto a normal shack to just give it the impression that, it's a resort or a beachside resort. And seeing that this is a set piece, I wanted to look different from the rest of the settlements in my cave, or the build area formerly known as Vault 88. So let's move on from the cabins, and we've got this nice pathway lined with palm trees to give you the illusion that you're on some tropical island. I forgot to scrap those 2 posts, so just ignore them, just pretend they're not there. Oh look, we already have some settlers enjoying the Oasis. I put them in underwear so it looks like they're, in bathing suits. And it looks okay. And I put down some life preservers in the water as well, just to give the idea that this is a place where people can... Where's my barman? I know I had a barman here.
Yeah.
What the hell is her problem? Oh, he's drunk. Are you drinking all the inventory?
Huh?
You shouldn't be drunk. You should be tending bar. Okay, I know that is probably part of the glitch, but... Oh, she's floating. Okay, but from another angle, she looks like she is lounging in the water. You see, there she's lounging in the water. And over here, we've got another man deep in thought in his white bathing suit. He doesn't really look like he... Why is he saying her? He doesn't look like he's enjoying the oasis, but hey, to each its own. So way back there, we've got the bar and some bar stools. And behind the lady that's lounging in the water, we've got some seating options. And the barman fell down again. And overall, I'm impressed with this area. I really like the way it came out or turned out. And hopefully I gave you some ideas for your settlement. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it or it gave you some ideas for your settlement builds, you definitely owe me a like, so give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you when the next video comes out. That can be tomorrow or it can be again in 3 weeks time. So the only way you're gonna know is if you subscribe and hit that notification bell.